Yeah, good afternoon, friends. We are at Unleash 2022, which is a marquee HR tech event here in Las Vegas. And I have with me Anuroop Iyengar, who's the co-founder and CEO at ICog.ai. Now, Anuroop, I think there's so much of action in the learning space right now because there is a lot of digital transformation happening, which is forcing companies to look at new processes as far as businesses are concerned. Business models are also changing, and a whole lot of talent transformation because there's lots of upskilling and so on, which is really critical. So I think it'll be great to hear your views on how ICog can play a critical role in this entire transformation process.
I'd probably want to answer this question by the takeaways from today's keynote session about the new normal not being the same as what it was prior to the pandemic. So I think we have entered an era where uncertainty and disruptive change is going to be the ongoing normal. And coming to how ICog will be an important player in this ecosystem, so to speak, is how are we going to equip people to be able to adapt?
Right.
And yes, people talk of reskilling and upskilling, but are we bringing in a holistic mechanism where people are encouraged, incentivized, and empowered to be able to respond to these changes? And you need to do it using the power of data. And I think that's really where I got it.
Yeah, and there's so much of conversation we've heard even in last few days around competencies and skills and how these are going to be mapped and how learning can get mapped to all that. I think a lot of organizations struggle with it, and a lot of technologies have been deployed, but I'm not too sure if many of them are truly optimal. So what's your game around that?
So once again, I think there was talk about data being the new oil and things like that, but it all boils down to, are you building a data-ready organization, and is HR as a function ready to really embrace data as what is going to power their whole existence? And when I say existence, I'm choosing my words carefully, being able to say that they are the sole reason why the organization is succeeding.
Right.
And quite honestly, I think that's where it boils down to, structures like competency taxonomies or skill taxonomies.
Yes.
And that's the interplay of data, AI, and NLP.
Right. And I think this conference has also given us all an opportunity for us to network and potentially look at opportunities to collaborate, to partner, maybe white label deals. So I think attending conferences such as these in the US is a great opportunity for startups from around the world and from India to really come and explore the world and look at ways and means of actually building their go-to-market engine.
So I think the bold adage is that just because you're successful in one market, do not assume that you will be successful in probably what's the world's biggest market for such kind of technologies, which is the US. So I think, for me, the biggest takeaway is that how close are we to product market fit when it comes to the US market? And I think that's really what I met a few colleagues, some of them from, Israel, some of them from Eurasia.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest takeaway from such events. Meeting a variety of people, talking to a variety of potential customers, and being able to validate your PMF.
Absolutely. I think product market fit and getting those initial few pilots is really critical for any startup from around the world which is seeking to enter the US. Thanks so much, Anuroop. That was great having this conversation with you. And watch out for ICog as the next mega LXP which is going to conquer the US market.
Look forward. Thank you.